If we do something with one mind at the same time, also respect others' activities without any opposition or argument, the whole ambience of such type is known as harmonious. Hi everyone, I am Emmy.
Hello everyone, I am George. In this video, we will discuss the concept of doctrine of harmonious construction. Let's first understand the meaning of harmonious. Harmonious means, forming a pleasing or consistent whole, or free from disagreement or dissent. And construction means, the creation of an abstract entity.
Now if we see the meaning of harmonious construction in toto, then the meaning is creating something, which is consistent whole and free from disagreement or dissent. So, now, the question is, what is meaning of doctrine of harmonious construction?
In reference to our topic and specifically constitution, the meaning of harmonious construction is bringing harmony between the various lists, specifically Union List and State List, enlisted in Schedule 7 of the Indian Constitution.
So, it means in order to avoid the inconsistency or repugnancy, any provision of the statute should not be interpreted or construed in isolation but as a whole. Hence, to avoid inconsistency, Supreme Court has defined following 5 principles of this rule.
First, the courts must avoid a head-on clash of seemingly contradicting provisions, and they must construe the contradictory provisions so as to harmonize them.
It means, court has to take proper care to avoid referring contradictory provisions, rather it should attempt to harmonize the contradictory provision.
Secondly, the provision of one section cannot be used to defeat the provision contained in another unless the court, despite all its effort, is unable to find a way to reconcile their differences.
It means, for any specific purpose, court should not use one section of a provision to defeat another section. However, in some case, it may be excused, especially when despite of all efforts, court is really unable to find a possible way to reconcile the differences. For example, if any subject mentioned in the Union List and Center legislates that matter but some other subject specifically part of State List, but incidental and related to main subject of Union List, as a result of this, what will be happen? There must be conflicting situation between State and Center. But in such a condition, judiciary will apply the doctrine of harmonious construction and will attempt to maintain the harmony between Center and State.
Thirdly, when it is impossible to completely reconcile the differences in contradictory provisions, the courts must interpret them in such a way so that effect is given to both the provisions as much as possible.
It means, in a conflicting or contradictory situation, court needs to take middle path so that the effects of both provisions can be equally treated.
Fourthly, court must also keep in mind that interpretation that reduces one provision to a useless number or dead is not harmonious construction.
It means, if court interprets one provision not relevant or redundant, such interpretation does not come under harmonious construction.
And fifthly, to harmonize is not to destroy any statutory provision or to render it fruitless.
It means, harmonization does not mean to destroy or to degenerate some other provision. Moreover, the doctrine of harmonious construction is largely used to resolve a conflict between a provision in the Act and a rule made under the Act or even two different acts. To know more about this doctrine, you may take reference of Venkataramanadavaru vs. State of Mysore and M.S.M. Sharma vs. Krishna Saina. In these two cases, doctrine of harmonious construction is applied.